Remember when Hondas came with a spare tire? Or when you could actually see out of the back window without a camera? Yeah, those were the days. For years, Honda's been stripping away features we loved, all in the name of cost savings and modernization. Physical volume knobs? Gone. Dipsticks on some models? Vanished. Even the humble center console armrest got the axe in certain trims. But here's the good news. Honda's finally listening. After thousands of complaints, declining sales, and angry forum posts, they're bringing back 11 features that should have never left in the first place. Some of these are already rolling out in 2025 models, while others are confirmed for 2026. Stick around because number 7 is something every Honda owner has been begging for since 2016, and it's finally happening. Let's dive in. Feature 1. Physical volume. Knobs. Let's start with the most obvious one, the volume knob. For years, Honda thought touch-sensitive controls were the future. Sleek, modern, minimalist. Except they were also frustrating, distracting, and downright dangerous while driving. You'd try to turn down the music and end up changing the radio station. Or worse, you'd accidentally blast the volume because the touch slider registered your hand wrong. And in winter with gloves, forget it. Drivers hated it. Reviews roasted it. Even Honda engineers admitted it was a mistake. So what's Honda doing now? Bringing back the physical volume knob. Simple, tactile, reliable. The 2025 Civic and CR-V already have it. The Accord followed suit. And the Pilot? Yep, it's back there too. Here's why this matters. When you're merging onto the highway or navigating a busy intersection, the last thing you need is to look away from the road to adjust your audio. A physical knob gives you instant tactile feedback. You can feel the clicks, know exactly where you are, and keep your eyes forward. Honda finally realized that not every improvement is actually better. Sometimes the old way is the right way. And honestly, it's about time. Feature 2. Spare tires. Here's a feature that disappeared quietly, but drivers noticed immediately. The spare tire. For decades, every Honda came with a full-size or compact spare tucked under the trunk floor. Then, around 2015, Honda started swapping them out for tire repair kits. You know, those little cans of foam and a compressor that maybe work if you're lucky. Their excuse? Weight savings for better fuel economy. And sure, shaving 30 pounds helps a tiny bit with MPG, but it also leaves you stranded if you get a sidewall puncture or a blowout, because that foam kit won't fix those. Ask any Honda owner who's been stuck on the side of the highway with a flat and no spare. They'll tell you it's not worth the half MPG gain. So what's changing? Honda is bringing back spare tires on select models, starting with the 2025 CR-V and Pilot. Not every trim gets one, you still have to check the specs, but at least it's an option again. Some trims offer a compact spare, while higher trims might include a full-size spare depending on the model. And here's the kicker. Honda's also redesigning the trunk floor to make room for aftermarket spares. So even if your base trim doesn't come with one, you can add it yourself without losing cargo space. Smart move, Honda. Drivers want reliability, not just fuel economy. Feature 3. Rear window visibility. This one's been a complaint for years. Modern Hondas have thick C-pillars, high belt lines, and tiny rear windows. The result? You can barely see what's behind you without relying on the backup camera. Sure, cameras are helpful, but they fog up, get dirty, and can malfunction. And if you're used to old-school driving, you want to be able to glance over your shoulder and actually see something. The 2016 to 2021 Civic was notorious for this. Drivers called it the bunker effect. You felt like you were sitting in a cave with tiny slits for windows. So what's Honda doing? Starting with the 2025 Civic, they've redesigned the rear quarter panels to improve sight lines. The C-pillar is slimmer, the rear window is taller, and the overall greenhouse is bigger. It's not a massive change, but it's noticeable. You can actually check your blind spots without craning your neck like a giraffe. The Accord and CR-V are getting similar tweaks in their next redesigns. Honda's finally realizing that technology should assist drivers, not replace basic visibility. And honestly, It's refreshing to see a car maker admit they went too far with the sleek styling at the expense of usability. Feature 4. Engine Oil Dipsticks. Alright, this one made a lot of DIY mechanics furious. Around 2016, Honda started removing the engine oil dipstick on certain models, particularly hybrids and some turbo engines. Instead, they expected you to rely on the electronic oil life monitor. Their logic: modern engines are sealed systems, and the computer knows better than you do. Except here's the problem. The oil life monitor tells you when to change the oil, but it doesn't tell you if your engine's burning oil or leaking. And guess what? Some Honda 1.5T engines had oil dilution issues. Owners noticed their oil levels rising or smelling like gas, but without a dipstick, they couldn't check it themselves. They had to take it to the dealer, wait for a tech, and hope the issue got diagnosed properly. Not great. So what's Honda doing? Starting with the 2025 Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid, the dipstick is back. It's a small metal stick tucked near the engine block, just like the old days. You can pull it out, wipe it off, check your oil level, and know exactly what's going on. Honda's also retrofitting some 2023 to 2024 models with dipsticks as part of a service bulletin. If you own one of those models, ask your dealer about it. Bottom line, giving drivers the ability to monitor their own oil is basic common sense. Glad Honda figured that out. If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. Feature 5. Physical handbrakes. Let's talk parking brakes. For years, Honda's had a simple foot-operated parking brake or a manual lever between the seats. Pull it up, you're locked. Push it down, you're free. Easy. Then came the electronic parking brake, a tiny button that engages the brake motors automatically. Sounds fancy, right? Except it's slower, less reliable, and you lose the ability to do handbrake turns or use it for emergency stops. Plus, if the electronics glitch or your battery dies, you can't engage the brake manually. Enthusiasts hated it, especially Civic C and Type R owners. And even regular drivers found it annoying during situations like car washes or towing. So what's Honda doing? They're bringing back manual handbrakes on the 2025 Civic Si and rumored for the next-gen Type R. Not a foot brake, an actual hand lever. The kind you can pull with one motion and feel the satisfying click. It's a small thing, but it matters. Driving engagement isn't just about horsepower, it's about control. And a physical handbrake gives you that. Feature 6. Adjustable lumbar support. Here's one that seems minor until you're on a long road trip. Adjustable lumbar support. Older Hondas, especially Accords and Civics, had manual lumbar adjustment built into the driver's seat. You'd turn a knob or pull a lever, and the seat would contour to your lower back. Perfect for long drives. Then, Honda cut it on base and mid-level trims to save costs. Suddenly, you'd need the top trim or a luxury package just to get basic back support. Drivers complained a lot, especially those with back pain or anyone who commutes more than 30 minutes a day. So what's changing? The 2025 Accord and CR-V are bringing back manual lumbar adjustment on more trims, including LX and Sport models. It's not powered, just a simple manual dial, but it works, and that's all that matters. Your back will thank you. Feature 7. Navigation without subscription. Alright, this is the big one. Number 7. The feature everyone's been waiting for. Built-in navigation that doesn't require a subscription. Let me explain. Older Hondas had built-in GPS navigation. You bought the car, the maps were preloaded, and you could update them via USB or DVD. No monthly fees, no connectivity required. Then, Honda switched to cloud-based navigation, which sounds great until you realize it requires an active data plan or a smartphone connection. no phone, no navigation. And if you wanted to use Honda's proprietary system, you'd need to pay for Honda Link, which costs $10 to $20 per month depending on the plan. Drivers were furious. Why should they pay a subscription for something that used to be free? So what's Honda doing? Starting in 2025, they're rolling out hybrid navigation systems. You get offline maps stored locally in the car, plus optional cloud updates if you want real-time traffic and routing. No subscription required for basic navigation. You can drive anywhere, anytime without a data plan. And if you do want the premium features, like live traffic or weather overlays, you can opt in. But it's not mandatory. This is huge. It gives drivers choice, flexibility, and saves them hundreds of dollars over the life of the car. Finally, Honda's doing it right. Feature 8. Rear HVAC vents. Let's talk comfort for your passengers. Rear HVAC vents used to be standard on most midsize and larger Hondas. The Accord, Pilot, Odyssey, all of them had vents in the back, so rear passengers could control their own airflow. Then, Honda started cutting them on certain trims to save costs. Suddenly, if you wanted rear vents, you'd need to upgrade to a higher package. This was especially annoying in hot climates. Your kids or passengers in the back would be sweating while the front stayed cool. So what's changing? Rear HVAC vents are now standard on more trims across the 2025 lineup, including the CR-V, Pilot, and Accord. Some models even get rear climate controls, so passengers can adjust temperature independently. It's a small feature, but it makes a big difference in daily comfort. Feature 9. Sunroof Wind Deflector. Here's one for sunroof lovers. Older Hondas with sunroofs came with a built-in wind deflector, a small piece that pops up when you open the sunroof to reduce wind noise and buffeting. Then, Honda started making it an optional add-on or removing it entirely on certain models. The result? Loud, annoying wind noise at highway speeds. Drivers complained, especially on the Civic and Accord. Opening the sunroof became more of a headache than a pleasure. So what's Honda doing? Starting with the 2025 models, the wind deflector is back as standard equipment on all sunroof-equipped trims. It automatically deploys when you open the roof, and it actually works. Wind noise is cut dramatically, and you can enjoy fresh air without feeling like you're in a wind tunnel. Small fix, big improvement. Feature 10. Cargo hooks and tie-downs. This one's practical. Older Honda SUVs and hatchbacks had multiple cargo hooks and tie-down points in the trunk. You could secure groceries, camping gear, or boxes without everything sliding around. Then Honda reduced the number of hooks or removed them entirely on base trims. Suddenly, you'd need the higher trim just to get basic cargo management. So what's changing? The 2025 CR-V, Pilot, and HR-V are bringing back multiple cargo hooks and tie-down rings as standard equipment. Some models even include a cargo net and adjustable dividers. It's not flashy, but it's functional. And for anyone who actually uses their SUV for hauling stuff, it's a welcome return. Feature 11. Telescoping steering wheel on base. Trim's last one, and it's another ergonomic win. Telescoping steering wheels used to be standard across most Honda models. You could adjust the wheel closer or farther from you, plus tilt it up and down. Then, Honda started reserving telescoping adjustment for higher trims. Base models only got tilt, which meant if you had long arms or a specific seating position, you were out of luck. Drivers complained, especially taller folks who couldn't get comfortable. So what's Honda doing? The 2025 Civic, Accord, and CR-V now include telescoping steering wheels on all trims, even the base LX. It's a small change, but it makes a huge difference in driving comfort. Everyone can find their perfect seating position now, not just people who bought the EX or Sport trim. Why did Honda remove these features in the first place? Here's the question. Why did Honda cut all these features to begin with? Simple. Cost savings. In the early 2000s, automakers were under pressure to hit aggressive fuel economy targets and keep prices competitive. Every pound mattered, every dollar counted. So Honda started trimming the extras. Spare tires? Too heavy. Physical knobs? Too expensive. Lumbar support? Only for higher trims. The problem? They went too far. Customers started noticing. Reviews got worse. Resale values dropped. And competitors like Mazda and Subaru kept those features, making Honda look cheap by comparison. Honda's finally realizing that customer satisfaction matters more than shaving $50 off production cost. And honestly, these returning features prove that Honda's listening again. What this means for Honda owners. If you're driving an older Honda that's missing these features, you're not out of luck. Many of these can be retrofitted or added aftermarket. Spare tires, cargo hooks, and even physical volume knobs can sometimes be installed with OEM parts. And if you're shopping for a new Honda, this is great news. The 2025 and 2026 models are shaping up to be some of the most well-rounded practical Hondas in years. You're getting modern tech, plus the reliability and usability that made Honda famous in the first place. It's the best of both worlds. Final thoughts. Honda spent the last decade chasing trends, cutting costs, and trying to out-tech the competition. But in doing so, they lost sight of what made Honda special: reliability, practicality, and thoughtful design. These 11 returning features prove that Honda's getting back to basics. They're listening to customers, admitting mistakes, and making real improvements. Physical knobs, spare tires, dipsticks, handbrakes, all of it matters. Not because it's flashy, but because it works. And that's what Honda does best. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.